I'd like to do a poem for you that I wrote back in 1989. It's about the land. And as I travel across this country, I'm heartened by the families who have been on the same place 5, 6, 7 generations. It's important that we protect our lands. It's important that we protect the people who feed us. Our rangelands and our farms are so important to us. I've kicked up the hidden mesquite roots and rocks from the place where I spread out my bed. And I'm laying here looking at a sky full of stars with my hands folded up neath my head. And tonight, there's a terrible pain in my heart, like a knife that cuts jagged and deep. This evening, the windmiller brought me the word that my granddaddy died in his sleep. So I saddled my gray horse and rode out to a hill where when I was a youngster of 9, my grandfather said to me, "Son, this is ours. It's yours, your daddy's, and mine." He said my granddaddy settled here after the war. That new tank's where his house used to be. He wanted to cowboy and live in the West, come to Texas from East Tennessee. The longhorn were wild as a deer in them breaks. With a long rope he caught him a few, and with the money he made from trailing them north, he proved up this homestead for you. When the railroad got closer, they built the first fence where the river runs through the east side. Then when I was a button, they built these corrals. And that winter, my granddaddy died. He said my father took over and bought up more range. With purebreds, he improved our stock. Windmills looked like they grew out of the ground. And that land got as hard as a rock. And during that dust bowl, we barely hung on. The wind tried to blow us away. But it seemed that the Lord took a liking to us. He kept turning up ways we could stay. As my father grew older, he gave me more rain. We'd paid for most all of this land. And by the time he went on, I was running more cows. And your daddy was my right-hand man. His eyes got real cloudy, took off in a trot, and I watched as he rode out of sight. And though I was a child, I knew I was special. And I'm feeling that same way tonight, because not many years later, my daddy was killed on a ship in the South China Sea. And for 20-odd years now, we've made this ranch work. 2 cowboys, my granddad and me. And now that he's gone, things are certain to change, and I reckon that's how it should be, but 5 generations have called this ranch home, and I promise it won't end with me, because I've got a little one home in a crib, and when he's old enough that he'll understand, from the top of that hill, I'll show him his ranch, because like me, he was born to this land.